Okay, here we go.
Okay. No, I haven't. This is the only thing I do other than like gym work.
Okay. Is it warm? I feel like I should put the air back on. It's a little warm, huh?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Morning. Hi. We've got a birthday party in the room today, so it's a birthday yoga today. Happy birthday. It's still your birthday. No, it's still your birthday. We're here for birthday. Yeah, I mean, birthday, I don't know. In my world, birthdays last a really long time. Like, you gotta just milk that, definitely. All right, although there's this, you know the comedian Patton Oswalt, he does this really funny thing about birthdays. If you want a funny birthday thing, go Google that. It's really funny. My 13-year-old thinks it's like the most hilarious thing that he's ever read. Okay, so hi, good morning, happy Sunday. I've been teaching on this, the teaching of the koshas, which is an idea in yoga of it's sort of like our energetic anatomy, how we understand ourselves. It's another way of understanding our anatomy. So just for reference, since there's new people in the room, I know some of you have been hearing this for weeks, but there's sort of this outermost layer of our body, which is the physical body, right? It's your body. It's part of who you are, your organs and your body and everything that makes up your body. And then the next layer is your energy body. So the Anandamayakosha, and this is how we bring in energy, prana, life force energy with breath, with food, through sunlight, through the different ways we take in energy. Then the next layer is the layer of your mind, and that's the sort of surface level, like animal brain, of just taking in information through the senses and reacting. It's like the reactive brain, the way that we process our world at the sort of most basic level. And then the next innermost layer that we talked about last week is your wisdom body, the Anandamayakosha, which is like your higher, your wisdom self, like where your beliefs are and and that's the sort of gateway. So the bottom three are where we live most of the time, in our bodies, in these surface level thoughts, breathing, right? Anandamayakosha, our energy is connected to our breath. And then these last two innermost layers, and I have a handout. Sharon asked last week for a handout for all of them, so you're welcome to take one of those afterwards. That explains everything, and so you can keep remembering. So the innermost layer is the Anandamayakosha. Ananda means bliss, and so it's your bliss body. So did you know you had that? You have a bliss body. So it's not something, I think, when I first started coming to yoga, it was like, I'm going to, I would look at my teachers and read the philosophy and think I was going to, figure it all out, right? And what yoga really more is just coming to understand what's already there and how we've covered it up, So that's what these layers are. It's like the covering up, but we have this bliss body. It's literally a body inside of us. Like, it's part of who you are. So I'm using the example, like, maybe you didn't know you had a pituitary gland, right? But then one day, like, you went for a run or you had sex or whatever, and you had this rush of endorphins, and you're like, oh, I have a pituitary gland, and this is what it feels like, So it's like the same thing. It's like we have all these, multifaceted layers of ourselves, these ways that we exist, that when we can connect to them, make our lives a little bit more rich and full, And again, we're leaving at those outermost three most of the time, and that's fine. We got to do our jobs. We got to feed our kids. We got to pay our taxes. We got to do, clean our kitchens. No one ever wants to do that. That's life, though. We got to survive in this physical world in that way. But what brings meaning and joy and purpose to it is those deeper layers and remembering that they are also a part of who we are. So, there are some practices that can help this to help us to connect to, because really, like, the physical practice of yoga, the asana, which we're going to do because we live in these bodies and we should, it's important to remember that they don't exist outside of each other. So even though, like, maybe meditation is the easiest pathway into that sense of ananda, that it exists on every level, right? They're interpenetrating layers. But on the physical level, in sort of living in reality in an embodied state, how we connect to Anandamayakosha is through selfless service, so doing acts of kindness, selfless service, which connects us to humanity. It's through devotion to God, so whether that's through in your yoga practice as bhakti yoga, or it's through another religion that you follow, through prayer, but connecting into something, a higher power. And then deep meditation, which connects you to your own divine self, right? And that part that lives within yourself. So, we use words to describe these things, but really they're not describable. We have to sort of give a language to it so we can talk about it. But it's the sense of, so we call it bliss. It's not happiness. Bliss is not happiness. Happiness comes from circumstances, an ice cream cone, whatever, a roller coaster, anyway, stuff on the, anything that brings us, happiness, that's a fleeting thing. It comes with and goes with circumstances. Ananda is deeper than that. So what are the things, how do we sort of connect to that, what that is? So falling in love, that's it, seeing something really like awesome, right? Like that is inspiring in nature. What else? What are the things for you? Giving birth. Maybe not the act of giving birth, but the moment afterwards. Breastfeeding, definitely. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oxytocin's powerful. But yes, it is. But it is, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just the purest form.
But it's also the connection. So yes, oxytocin on the physical level, but also like this connection to this perfect, pure little being, So it's all of those things. It's all the layers. Yeah, it's a great example. What else? Music, yes.
Yeah.
100%. Music, listening to music, seeing, right. Yeah. What else? That's why we chant, right? Music. That's part of why we chant, one of the reasons. All right, but you get the idea, something that, because in any of those things, falling in love, breastfeeding your baby, listening to me, you're in it. You're in it. And that's what Ananda is. It's being in it 100%, because it's there. It's part of your anatomy. You have it. But you've got to turn towards it. And every time you turn towards it, you're going to find it. If you are seeking it, you will find it. Just like if you're seeking all the ways that life isn't good to you, you're going to find those too, because they're there. They're there. It's all there. What are you seeking? How are you seeking it? What are you doing to connect to it? Where are you turning your how are you turning your awareness towards it? So it's just, nothing new, nothing different. We talk about it every week, right? It's just getting quiet. Turn inside. Seek joy. Simple, not necessarily easy. All right, but let's do it. So take a good seat. Sit however you're comfortable. Up on a blanket, it can be helpful. You want your knees to be in line with your hips or lower. That's usually more comfortable for the hips. And we want to sit well so we can breathe well. We want to breathe well so that the energy moves well, and that affects our mind. And they all affect each other, right? All of it. So close your eyes if you haven't already. Let your body just settle. And just begin to feel yourself as this layered being. Feel your body. Feel your breath moving. Your energy moving. Notice what thoughts might be arising. Feelings, emotions. These are all part of who we are. They're not the whole story. And just keep digging deeper into your wisdom, into your intuition, what you know to be true about yourself and the universe. And keep going deeper to the place inside of you that is joy itself. It is connection itself. And just hold your awareness there. And bring your hands together at your heart. We're going to start our practice with 3 ohms as a way to join our voices together, to join our individual voice into the bigger voice. And it's just another expression of joy, Ananda, bliss itself. So if you'd like to join, take in a deep breath. Bow your head to your heart with just a sense of reverence for all the parts of yourself, all these layers of your being. And release your hands. Let your eyes open. Okay, we're going to start on hands and knees this morning. So come to hands and knees, tabletop. That's it. Yeah, if you need padding under your knees, put a blanket out. And then we're going to just start with some cat and cow. So as you inhale, arch your back, lift your chest and your tail, look forward. And then as you exhale, round your spine. And as you inhale, look up. And as you exhale, round and just flow back and forth with your own breath at your own pace. Feel your knees on the floor, your hands spreading out wide, just anchoring you in your body, in the present moment. All right, and then come to a neutral spine, so a tabletop. You can narrow, bring your knees a little closer together. And then take your right leg back behind you. And we're just going to rotate the leg a few times. So you're going to turn your whole leg in, turn your toes in and look over your left shoulder. Good. And then turn your whole leg out, toes to the right, look to the right over your right shoulder. And then turn the leg in, look over the left shoulder. Yeah, and then turn it out. So I want you to feel your thigh bone, the top of your right thigh, just rotating in the hip. You're not swinging your leg side to side. You're not just turning your foot. You're turning your whole leg in, and then you're turning the whole leg out. Good. And now do the same thing with the toes on the floor. So drop the toes down, and you're going to keep your foot steady, but roll the thigh in and then roll the thigh out. So the hips will shift a little bit side to side. You're still rolling the inner thigh up. Yep. Try to keep your foot nice and steady and just get the movement of the thigh bone and the hip. The foot's going to move a little bit. That's it. Do one more. Okay, good. And then drop the right knee down. We're going to play with those movements of the legs this morning. So then left leg up. Good. And rotate the whole leg out. And then rotate the whole leg in. You can look side to side, feeling a little stretch in the side body as you do it. Turn the whole leg out and then turn the whole leg in. Feel your thigh bone, your femur bone, rotating in the hip socket. Do one more. Good. And then put the toes down and do some rotations here with the toes on the floor. So roll the thigh in and then out. So as we do asana practice, it's like we're bringing our awareness to these deeper levels of the physical body, which affect the energy, which affects the breath. Everything affects each other, all these layers. Do one more. Toes on the floor, just rotate in and rotate out. Good. And then drop your knee down and sit, hips to heels. Child's pose. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Let your head release. Yep, just like that. Close your eyes. You can rest your head on the floor if that's comfortable. Good. Keep your hips pulling back. Walk your arms out in front a little bit more. Closing the eyes helps us to turn to those deeper parts of ourselves. And again, we're just remembering that they're there. It's not like we're inventing anything new or creating anything new. We're just remembering what's already there inside of us. Come back up to tabletop. Good. Spread out your fingers and then move your knees back. So you're in a long tabletop. With your fingers spreading out wide, press your finger pads down, tuck your toes, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up high, stretch your heels down low. And then bend your knees and straighten your legs a few times. So bend a little and then straighten a little. And as you bend your knees, pull your hips back. And as you straighten your legs, stretch your heels down and then bend your knees and pull your hips back, your thigh bones back. Good. And then straighten and do one more. Bend a little bit and straighten. And then hold with the legs straight. Hold steady in your dog pose. Lift your hips up a little higher. Maybe move your belly a little closer to your thighs. And then walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet, whichever one feels easier to you. Lengthen your spine. Take your hands to your hips. Lift your elbows, your shoulders, your head. Push into your feet. Come on up. Reach up and stretch up. And exhale. Just let your arms come down by your sides. All right, we're going to do a few little squats here to just get the legs a little warmed up. So just take your hands on your hips. Take your feet about hip distance apart. Yeah, the toes might turn out a little bit here. The most important thing is that you want your knees pointing at your toes, your kneecaps pointing at your toes. So if you're standing and your toes knock in, you can turn your toes in a little bit. For if you're standing, your knees drop out, right? Kneecaps pointing straight ahead. Okay, hands on hips. Just bend and straighten your knees a few times. Now, as you're bending your knees, I want you to focus on this action of pushing your butt back behind you. That's it. And then straighten your legs. And feel how the thigh bones like to pop forward as you do that. So as you bend your knees, move your thigh bones back, sit a little bit deeper, and then come on up. And a couple more, just bending and straightening, warming up through the legs. Maybe sit a little lower and straighten. Good. Try to keep your upper body nice and tall. Do one more, sit low. Good. And then straighten. Okay, now take your block. And you're going to put the block here between your inner thighs. You're going to squeeze it. So way up high. That's it. Okay, then squeeze. So get it up as high as you can. Squeeze your block. Okay, bend your knees just like we just did. Poke your hips back. Now imagine, you guys are probably too young. Do they still make Pez dispensers? They do, right? Yeah. Imagine your body's like a Pez. This is the Pez and your legs are like the dispenser. So you're going to roll the Pez back behind you. So squeeze the block and roll it back. You feel an arch come into your back as you do that. Yeah, like squeeze it and roll it back. Yeah, feel like your butt's sticking out a little bit, little arch in your spine. Okay, now if you're overarched or if you're feeling tight in your back, now move your tailbone towards your block a little bit. So just lengthen that curve, tone your belly. Arms up. Good, this is chair pose. Keep rolling the block back and dropping your tailbone down at the same time. Take one more breath. Good, push into your feet. Come on up. Let your arms release by your sides. Now with your legs straight, try to do the same thing. Squeeze the block, roll it back a little bit, then drop your tailbone towards the block, tone your belly. So it's not one and then the other. You want to try to do both at the same time. And what this does is create an openness and a balance in your pelvis. All right, set the blocks to the side for a moment. What tends to happen, you know, our normal stance, we're here. The thigh bones like to pop forward. Our shoulders like to round. This is like path of least resistance. So that action of spinning the thighs back just gets the thigh bones back over the hips. Okay, come to the front of your mat. Put your blocks in front of you. You may or may not need them, but then they're there and you're not having to hunt around for them. Yeah. Stand at the top of your mat, face forward. Good. And then just close your eyes for a moment. Feel your feet on the floor, feel your body. And then just try to recreate those actions with the legs so that you're stacking the bones of your legs. This also brings the thigh bones back over the ankles. It establishes the curve in the spine, the low back that we tend to lose. But then pull your shoulders back, stand tall, and just pause and feel and breathe right where you are. Just as these alignments are held within us, the bliss body is held within us. We just have to turn towards it. Inhale, sweep your arms up, reach up tall, stretch up tall. And then exhale from your hips, hinge forward and fold. Okay, if your hands don't reach the floor here, you can bend your knees a little bit. You can put your hands on blocks. Straighten your legs as much as you can. So we're getting a stretch for the back of the legs, but as much as you can with your hands touching something so that your low back is not bearing all the weight of your head on top. Okay, now bend your knees. We're going to step the right leg way back into a lunge. You can keep your hands on your blocks here, or you can have hands on the floor. That's it. If you're using blocks, just bring them on either side of your front foot so that you're sort of framing your front foot with your hands. All right, good. Now, back leg nice and strong. So firm your back leg. And then see if you can do that internal rotation action. So roll your inner right thigh up towards the sky. And then as you bend into the left knee, look forward, stretch your spine out, stretch your neck, stretch all the way to the crown of your head. Okay, inhale, step forward with that foot. And then switch your feet, left leg back. Good. Make the back leg strong. So firm the muscles, try to make the back leg straight. Roll your inner left thigh, your back leg thigh, roll it towards the sky. Then bend a little deeper into your right knee, look forward. Extend your spine forward, extend your neck forward. One more breath. Good, step forward, back to the front of your mat. Fold over your legs. Close your eyes. Turn to Ananda. Savor moments of joy when you have them. That's the other thing we do. We're not paying attention. They're there. We just have to seek them out, pay attention, savor them when they happen. Lengthen your spine and come on all the way up. Reach up. Get taller, get bigger, stretch longer, and release your arms. Okay. Let's do a couple standing poses. So face the long edge of your mat. If you want to face the windows, you can face the windows. Legs wide apart. Feet wide. Feet parallel. Legs nice and strong. Okay, I'm going to turn the right leg out. Turn the whole right foot out. Bend into your right knee. Good. See that your right knee is pointing right at your second toe. Turn your inner left thigh out. I'm going to ask you not to do that, please. I'm sorry. Not everyone in the room wants to be photographed or on video. I'm sorry. Thanks. I understand if you want yours, it's fine, but not everyone in the room wants to be videoed. Okay. Bend the left knee. Back leg straight and strong. Spin your inner thigh back a little bit more. Good. Then drop your sit bone down. Sit a little bit straight. Sit a little bit into that hip a little more. Stretch your arms out. Good. Bring your shoulders right over your hips. That's it. And then as the sensation starts to build in that right leg, see if you can still seek joy in that moment. See if you can still connect to Ananda, even when it's hard work. Okay, drop your back hand to your back leg. Take the reverse. So left hand on your left leg, right arm reaching up. Good. Curl back any amount more. One more breath. Good. Come upright. Straighten out your front leg. Just relax your arms for a moment. Stretch your legs nice and long. And then just wanted to give the thigh and the shoulders a break for a second. Stretch your arms back out. Now we're going to hinge over the right leg into triangle, Trikonasana. So hinge forward. That's it. Take your hand to your ankle, your shin. You can go to the floor, a block, whatever you can reach. That's it. Now bring your awareness to your left leg again. Make it straight. Spin your inner left thigh back. Now take your right sit bone forward. Draw your right hip back. Extend your spine. And then breathe right where you are. Be joy. Seek joy. Become joy itself. Press into your feet. Come on up and release your hands. Good. Second side. Left foot out. Right foot in a little bit. Bend into your left knee. Left knee pointing straight ahead. Arms out. Warrior two. Bring your awareness to your back leg. So inner left thigh spins back, right thigh spins back behind you. Press to the big toe side of your right foot. Then as you sit into your left knee, draw your left sit bone forward towards your knee, widen your knee out a little bit more so you feel this big opening across your pelvis. Drop your back hand to your back leg, lean yourself back. That's it. Keep bending into the left knee. Keep toning your left glute, maybe lean back a little bit more, big stretch for the whole left side body. Good, inhale, come up, stretch both legs straight, just relax your arms for a moment. Firm your muscles without locking your knees. Make your legs straight, both legs straight. That's it. Inhale your arms up again, and then reach over the left leg, Trikonasana. Hand to ankle, to shin, to floor, whatever works for you. Good. Work the actions of the legs. Work the actions of the upper body. Just bring your awareness fully here. And let it connect to any joy that you are feeling in this moment, wherever that is seated inside of you. Feel it, be it, become it. Press into your feet. Come on up. Release your hands. Good. Turn your feet forward. Just step your feet together. You can take a little march out if you need. All right. Then take 2 blocks in front of you. Sorry, I should have told you to get 2 when you were getting 1. All right, we're going to come to this position here. So shoulders, hands are on blocks, hips over heels, shoulders over wrists. Okay, now bring your feet close together and bend your knees. So back into that sort of chair position that we were doing. So butt poking back behind you. All right, bring your weight to your left foot and stretch your right leg back. That's it. Straighten out your right leg. And see, just like we did at the beginning, roll your inner right thigh up towards the ceiling. So your toes are pointing straight down. Good. Now you can stay with this bent knee with the left leg, or if you want to try straightening the left leg, as you do that, pull your left hip back. Extend your spine forward. Take 1 more breath. That's it. And then release your foot down to the floor. Jenny, right? Jenny? Yes. Bring your blocks a little more forward, away from your feet. Yeah, like a little farther out in front. You got it. Okay. All right. Now, second side, knees a little soft. Weight, bring the weight to your right foot. Take your left leg behind you. You can start with a bent knee. Roll your inner thigh towards the sky. The toes are going to want to turn out, right? So turn them straight down. Draw your left hip back. And then you can stretch your lifted leg straight. And if you want to stay with the standing leg bent, you can, or straighten the standing leg. Wherever you are, connect to joy. Bring a sense of celebration. Make it a birthday pose, whatever you're doing, even if it's not your birthday. All right, bend your knees, foot down. Okay, come to a standing rest. So bend your knees, rest your belly on your thighs. Let your head hang, your elbows hang. Let everything just soften and sort of spill over. That's it. All right. Then come all the way up to standing. Stay right where you are. Now we're going to leave the blocks there. We're going to work on the balancing version of Warrior 3, but you'll have your blocks there in case you need them. All right, so we're going to start in the same way. You're going to bend your knees a little bit. Lean, take your pelvis back, take your torso forward a little. Bring your weight to your left foot. Now squeeze your elbows, your shoulders together behind you. Look forward a little bit. Weight on your left foot. Now start to send the right leg behind you and rotate the inner thigh up as you do it. And then stretch your right leg straight. Now, standing leg might stay bent, or stretch your left leg straight, both legs straight. Maybe hands are coming back to blocks, that's fine. Or maybe you're working to balance. Maybe hands stay on hips, or reach your arms back behind you. Take 1 more breath. Good. Inhale, come up. Nice, you guys. Very good. Pause, just land into your feet, close your eyes. Seek joy. Seek Ananda. Even when you're wobbly, even when you're falling over, even if the pose didn't go exactly how you wanted it to go. Hands on hips. Because the reality is, of course, life doesn't usually go exactly as we want it to go. Hips back. Weight to your right foot. Lean into the right foot, float your left leg up. Roll your inner thigh to the sky. Tip your torso forward. That's it. Try to get the lifted leg straight, then try to get your standing leg straight. And if you're hanging on for dear life, just hang on and breathe. Or else maybe the arms want to go to a different arm position. Maybe you can stretch everything a little straighter. Maybe you can connect to a little bit more joy. All right, inhale, come on up. Nice, very good, you guys. Come stand up between your blocks now. So stand forward between your blocks. Again, you may or may not need them, but then they're there if we do. Okay, step your right foot back, maybe like 3.5 to 4 feet. Not super long like you would for like a really deep lunge. Okay, and then make sure it's out to the right a little bit so you haven't crossed over. So a little space between your feet. Good. Then try to turn your hips to face a little bit more forward by spinning the inner right thigh back. So you could even reach and take your hand and roll the inner thigh back. Sometimes that helps. You can use your hand to help. Okay, hands on your hips. Squeeze your elbows, your shoulders together behind you. Good. Make your legs nice and strong without locking out your knees. Straighten your legs. Then right from this left hip, hinge. Hinge forward. Keep looking forward. Try to keep your spine long for as long as you can. That's it. Nice, you guys. Keep the left hip pulling back, the left outer hip and the right inner thigh spinning back. Good. When you hit resistance, just pause, breathe. Maybe hinge a little deeper. One more breath. Elbows, shoulders lifting. And then exhale, take your hands to the blocks, or if you can reach the floor, you can come to the floor. The blocks can also go lower if you don't need them as high. But get your hands onto something with your legs straight. So if you can straighten your front leg, Jenny. Go up higher on the blocks. Take them higher. There you go. Okay, now let your head release towards your knee. Yeah, let your head, your spine just round over a little bit. Let your head release, your neck soften. That's good. If you've got your balance, close your eyes. Turn inside. Turn towards joy. Inhale, step forward with your back foot. Lengthen your spine, look forward. Come on up, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, release your arms by your sides. Second side, left foot back. Good. Again, a little bit of space between the feet is helpful. Legs nice and straight. Yeah, so Bima, you could even go a little, no, other way actually. So that there's, yeah, there you go. So then you can turn your hip, yeah, a little more easier, right? Okay, inner left thigh back, hands on hips. Good, squeeze your elbows together behind you. Squeeze your shoulders together behind you. Squeeze your tattoo. Just kidding. It's a beautiful tattoo. Lengthen your spine. Hinge from your hip. That's it. Keep the spine long for as long as you can. For as long as you can. Stay long in the spine. Take one more breath. If you hit resistance, just be there, breathe, and then hands to blocks or floor, whatever's available to you. And let your spine roll around forward. Let your head release towards your knee. Keep your awareness here. Keep your awareness with your in the present moment. So yes, in the body and the body that is stretching and opening and moving, but also in your energy. Also in your breath, in your wisdom, in your bliss. It's all there. It's always there. Just have to pay attention. All right, step forward with your back foot. Fold over the legs. All right, we're going to step back into a lunge now with the right foot. So right foot back, we're going to drop the right knee down. So if your knee feels sensitive on the floor, you can put a blanket under your knee, or you can just fold your mat over on the side if you need extra padding. Okay, squeeze your legs together. Take your hands to your front thigh. Good. Now notice how that back thigh wants to just collapse down. The hips want to just sort of collapse forward, right? So back out of it a little bit. Roll your inner right thigh back. And then keep that. So imagine I put a strap right here around the top of your thigh and I was pulling it back. Keep it pulling back, but maybe bend the front knee a little deeper. So it should feel like more stretch is happening, yeah? All right, shoulders over hips. Lengthen from hips to armpits. If you've got your balance, take your arms to the sky. That's it. And as you make that gesture, as you throw your arms up, just let it be a gesture of unbridled joy, of intense bliss, however you are finding that, wherever you are finding that within yourself. Yeah, I know the knee is a thing. Okay, hands back down. All right, now you may want your blocks for this. We're going to slide the left heel out in front and straighten the left leg. So if the hands are on the floor, that's fine. If they're on blocks, you can go up high onto blocks. But the most important thing is not where your hands are, but that we're getting the front leg really straight, because that's where you're getting the hamstring opening. So wherever your hands are is totally fine. That's it. Stretch the left leg out straight in front. Good. Take a deep breath in, look forward, lengthen your spine out of your pelvis. Then as you exhale, try to think of bringing your belly towards your thigh a little bit. Instead of your head towards your knee, your belly towards your thigh. Then let your head release towards your knee. And breathe here. Okay. Intense. You take your blocks up higher. Go up like this. Take them up like this. Yeah. Yeah. We're not in like a no pain, no gain situation here. Yeah. All right, one more breath. I know it's a big stretch. Okay, slide that knee back and just switch your feet. We'll do the lunge first. So right foot forward, so right knee bent to start. Yep, hands up to the front thigh. Good, so scissor your legs in a little bit, squeeze in. Feel like all the layers from that physical layer, energy layer, mind layer, squeezing into the center, embracing that, the joy, the Ananda at the center. Keeping your left thigh bone back, bend your right knee a little deeper. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Tone your belly. Arms to the sky. Joy. Reach up. Stretch up. Become bliss itself. Let the bliss part of yourself be the biggest part of yourself, even though there's other parts too. Exhale, hands down. Again, use your blocks if you need. Slide your right heel out in front of you. Come up onto the heel, lift up your toes, straighten out the leg. Again, doesn't matter where your hands are. Doesn't matter if they're way up high on blocks. Even you could even be hands on hips. It's hard to balance there, but you could do that. But get that front leg straight, or as straight as you can. Good. Then extend your spine, extend your leg out of your pelvis. Just get longer and think about bringing your belly towards your thigh and then head towards your knee. Close your eyes. Find the place inside that feels joy and Ananda, happiness that is not dependent on what's happening in the outside world. Is not dependent on whether you got what you wanted for your birthday or you didn't, or any other thing that you wanted or didn't want. All right, slide back to tabletop. Okay, come lay down onto your back. I don't know, I'm a big baby when I don't get what I want for my birthday. I go buy it for myself. All right, come on, lay down onto your back. Have your strap in your hands. We're going to take, I'm going to turn the lights down a little bit. You're going to take your right leg up into the strap, your right foot into the strap. Yeah, take your strap around your right foot and lay on your back. Take the strap right around the base of the toes. That's a nice place to put it. So you can sort of push your foot up into the strap, your toes up into the strap. And then walk your hands up as close to your foot as you can. Get your right leg straight. Stretch your left leg to the floor. Press your left thigh bone down, especially your left inner thigh. Good. Extend both legs really long. Good. Now, both straps over into your right hand. Keeping your left leg down. Take your Left arm out to the left side. And then take your right leg out to the right. Yep. And if it falls onto a person next to you, then you can just give them a hand. You can help hold their leg up. So right leg out to the right leg out to the right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But keep your left leg down. Keep your left thigh down. All right, friends in the back row, you can help each other out. You can hold their leg. You can give them something to perch on. Yeah, you can give them a hand if you want. If you don't have a hand to perch on, push into your strap. Extend your arms out. Extend your legs out. Keep your left thigh down as best you can. All right, bring that leg back up. Pause, breathe, feel your legs. Feel one leg and then the other. Second side, left foot into the strap, left leg up straight. Stretch your right leg out straight. Work with your bottom leg first. So press your right thigh bone down. Push your left foot up into the strap. Extend your left leg. Get both legs as straight as you can. Good. Take both straps to your left hand. Right arm out to the right. Left leg out to the left. Push out through both legs. Imagine you had a strap on your right foot also, and you're pushing that foot into the strap and pushing your right thigh down, pushing your left leg out to the left. All right, inhale and bring that leg up. All right. Set the strap to the side for a moment, hug your knees. Let's do a little abdominals while we're here. May not be the most joy-inducing thing to do abdominals, but brings joy later when our backs hurt less and our tummies feel strong and our core is nice and strong. So we're going to do it like this. You're going to send your right leg up towards the skilling. It doesn't have to be straight. Keep the knee a little soft. Left leg is going to stay on the floor. Hands behind your head. All right, take a deep breath in right where you are. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders up. Look towards your knee. Good. Inhale and lower down. And exhale, curl up. Keep your neck relaxed. Don't pull on your neck. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You can look up at your right foot or up at the ceiling. That will help keep your neck nice and long. Inhale, lower. Think of lifting and lowering your shoulders, not your head. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last one. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Okay, good. Rest your head, hug your knees. Okay, second side. Left leg towards the sky. Knee can be a little soft. Right leg straight on the floor. Hands behind your head. Pulse with your breath. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, lift up, shoulders. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your shoulders. Head just comes along for the ride. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You could do it with both feet on the floor if you need to. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last two. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And last one. All right, good. Hug your knees. Good. Do a little rocking, rolling, whatever you need to do to take care of your back. Okay. And then roll to your side or rock yourself up. And then we're going to come back to downward facing dog. So you can rock forward and swing your legs around. Or you can roll to your side, however you want to get there. Downward facing dog. Take a moment in your dog. This moment, this breath. Bring your awareness fully into the pose so that the whole of your being is doing the pose, your body, your breath, your mind, your heart, your wisdom, your joy. And then walk either feet to hands or hands to feet. And we're going to come back up to standing. Come on, all the way up. Reach up, stretch tall. Exhale and release your arms. Okay, good. We're going to go over to the wall and do a few things. So you're going to pull the short edge of your mat to the wall. If you have stuff at the wall, just move it away from the wall so that we have space at the wall. Short edge of the mat to the wall. So we're going to be standing for a couple things. Just thinking if we want to not be under the windows. I think we're okay. Yeah, Ronnie, maybe scoot a little bit this way so the girls can stay together if that's okay. Thank you. All right, we're going to be standing, so don't get too comfortable. We're standing up. Okay, here's the first thing we're doing. You're going to stand with your left hand on the wall. Actually, do the right hand just so more of you are facing me because I think it'll be easier. And if you want to just, if you want to stay, that's fine. You'll just reverse. Exactly. Okay, so we're going to go right hand on the wall. You're going to stand on your left leg. So we're going to do the standing up version of the pose we just did on our backs, which is harder because it's wobblier and it's harder to hold. Okay, so stand on your right leg, hold your left knee in your left hand. Good. Stand up nice and tall. Okay, now just lean forward a little bit. As you do that, spin your thighs back. Move your thigh bone back over your ankle. Good. Then keep your thigh bone, your standing leg thigh bone back. Draw your tailbone down. Draw your left hip down. Stand up tall, shoulders back over hips. Then hold underneath your leg and stretch your leg out. Oh, I know. Stand up as tall as you can. Seek joy. Okay, bend that knee. So here's the thing. When the teacher's teaching on joy, the teacher does all the poses that brings the teacher joy. So sorry. We're going to stand on the other side. Stand on your left leg. So, hopefully you guys like these poses, but these are definitely some of my favorites. All right, we're going to stand on the left leg, hold the right knee. Good. So do that little action of leaning forward a little bit first. So tip your torso forward so that your left thigh bone moves back over the ankle. Then widen your right knee out to the right. Draw your right sit bone, your right hip down. Keep your left thigh bone back. Stand up tall. Good. Hold under your thigh. Straighten your leg any amount more. Or don't. Ignore me. You're grown-ups. Do whatever you want. Yeah. All right, good. Rebend that knee and leg down. Okay, now we're going to do it this way. Same pose. We're going to do it a little different. You may want to strap for this. So we're going to go back to the wall. Just watch me for a second. So here's the thing. This is the pose that we're going to. Okay, we're going into this pose. Now, my legs do that fairly easily. Not everybody's legs do that so easily. But here's what tends to happen in this pose is this. Right? Thigh forward. We're like, nah, So we're going to use the wall to try to keep this standing leg back. If the lifted leg doesn't straighten, we use the strap. That's fine, whatever. We want the standing leg straight and that thigh bone back and then shoulders back. So we're going to do it with our back to the wall. I'm going to come over here. So still on video. Yeah. So back to the wall. And you can't be totally back because it's going to push you forward. So have your foot out from the wall a little bit. We're going to stand on the right leg first. I'll mirror you guys. Then actually, I'm not going to mirror because you guys are on the same side and then it gets confusing. So stand on your right leg, get steady on your right leg. Then lift up your left foot, put your strap around your left foot and hold the strap inside the knee as close to the foot as you can. So just choke up on the strap. That's it. Okay, now hold it in your left hand, shoulders back. That's it. Stand tall. Now move your right thigh bone back towards the wall. Stretch that leg out straight. Widen your left knee out to the left. If you've got room, just put your arm around a friend. If you got a friend close, you can take your right arm out. Yeah. And then left arm out to the left. A left leg out to the left, rather. Sorry. Left arm out and leg. Good. And then move that leg back, but keep your right thigh bone back. Lean back into the wall. Right, Bima, you're like in the closet over there. All right. All right. Seek joy wherever you are. All right. Good. Release. And let it come down. Yeah. Yeah, That's a little higher than piriformis, maybe. It's probably glute med. Yeah, yeah. But it's the muscle that's doing this, that turning out action. It's going to do that. Yeah, it's going to do that. All right, second side. Stand on your left leg. Pin your left thigh back towards the wall. Take your strap on your right foot. Hold it close. Standing leg thigh back. Get that leg, that thigh back. That's it. Then knee to the side. Keep the standing leg thigh back. Arm to the side if you've got space. Then leg to the side. Shoulders back. Spine tall. Yeah, hold on to a friend. That's a better side. Yeah. And if the leg doesn't fully straighten, it's okay. Standing thigh back, shoulders back, legs long, arms long. Joy from the center of your being outwards, bliss radiating out. This pose is my bliss. I'm not seeing that it's yours, guys, but it is mine. Okay, let that foot go, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, let's come sit down right where we are. So let's stay at the wall for a minute. Okay, then have some space behind you. So scoot forward a little bit. Yep. Okay, we're going to do a little hip stretching now in preparation for sitting. So cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Let me scoot back some on the video. You're going to hold your right foot in your left hand and flex your foot so that the muscles in the lower leg are awake. Yep, so the toes are pulling back and these muscles beneath the knee are awake so that the knee is staying protected. Okay, now take your right hand behind you and off to the right a little bit. Good, lift your right foot off your left leg. Lean onto your right hip and now just start to circle around a little bit. So not your leg, but your whole upper body. So let your whole upper body move, that's it. And many of you have heard me say, don't sort of collapse into gravity, but here, let gravity do some of the work for you. So get really heavy in your hip. This is what gets into the piriformis for you. So this is a good one. If you have sciatic pain, here's your stretch right here. Here's your movement. Circle around. So we're giving ourselves a butt massage. That's what's happening. So let the weight of your body massage your butt. And we stay with it for like a couple of minutes because what happens is those bigger, so some of your biggest muscles are in your glutes, especially when you've got a big behind, like me, you got big glute muscles. You got to get through those. So now maybe you're feeling that a little bit. Your hip feels a little lower. You're getting into some of those deeper rotator muscles. Maybe you want to go onto your elbow and roll around there a little bit. You could do that too. Find a spot that feels like it needs to open up a little bit, that needs a little more movement. If your arm gets tired, you can even just perch it onto your leg. That's another way to do it. And of course, if you're at home and you really want to get into it, you could do this on a tennis ball or on a foam roller, and then it's even more, yeah, stretch. All right, let's do another like 2 or 3 breaths. Roll on your hip. All right, then come on up. Stretch both legs out. Close your eyes. Feel your right leg and your left leg. Feel your right butt cheek and your left butt cheek. Feel your right sitting bone and your left sitting bone. And just feel the difference through the whole leg. So we work the hip, but I can feel that all the way into my foot, into my calf, into my ankle. Just see if you have a sense of, again, that interconnectedness, that when we open up on one level, we're really opening up on all the levels. Okay, lean to your left, hold your left foot with your right hand. I like the hand a little bit behind. Yep, lift up your foot, at least to start. And then find your sit bone and circle around. Rotate. As if you're like making little circles. And if you find a spot that feels like it needs a little extra weight, lean on it. Again, elbow down helps. Let gravity work for you. Be really heavy on that right hip, left hip rather. Let the weight of your body just iron out those muscles. And like we talked about when we were talking about that second layer, the Anandamayakosha, we can't bring breath to every place in our bodies, right? Breath goes into the torso and out. So perhaps not into the hips, but we can bring energy and awareness there. And then prana and energy will move there more easily. Can bring awareness there. All right, another 2 or 3 breaths, rolling out. All right, come on up. Stretch your legs out. Close your eyes and just feel. All right, walk your hands back behind you and bend up your knees. We give some options here. Okay, we're going to cross the right ankle on top of the left knee. So a similar stretch, but we're going to take it a little bit deeper. Okay, now pull your left heel in a little bit more and then push into your hands, arch your back a little bit. That's it, shoulders back. Press your right knee out to the center of the room, away from your right shoulder. Now, if you're getting a big, huge stretch where you are, just stay there. That's fine. We can take this into a deeper pose where you heel toe the bottom foot out and then keeping the heel on the right heel on the left knee, then your right knee comes over your left heel and you can walk upright. Now, if that's too intense, that just feels like too much, then just stay in this position. You can just stay here. Knees and hips might be more happier that way. That's it. Now, if you're here, try to come a little more upright. Yeah. Try to weight your right sit bone. Make your right sit bone, your right hip as heavy as your left hip. Keep pressing your fingers down, lengthening your spine. Yeah. And I wish I could say that making that face would help, but it doesn't. if like being like, no, would help, I'd be like, yeah, do it, you know, but it usually doesn't. Just breathe. Breathe deep. Notice your resistance to the sensation. And, you know, you got to do that in a smart way, because if sensation is saying like, no, abort mission, too much, right? Come out of it. Come out of it. But if it's just saying like, ooh, this is hard, you know, maybe you can sit with it for a moment and breathe and soften the places that can soften. Okay, lean back into your hands. Now be mindful as you uncross your legs, come out nice and slow. Good, do a couple windshield wipers. We don't get injured holding poses. We get injured going into poses and coming out of poses, and more often coming out because we're just like, oh, thank God it's over. And so we just, you know, we let ourselves just sort of fall out of it. So we got to be mindful going in and coming out especially. Okay, got to do the other leg. So left ankle on top. I don't even remember which leg I did. I was mirroring you guys. Yeah, left ankle on top. So start here. Flex your left foot. Lengthen up through your spine. Draw your low back in. That's it. Bring your heel in a little closer. Maybe that's enough. It doesn't have to be anything more. Again, it's not like a no pain, no gain thing. It's not like a let's fix what's broken. The idea is we're cultivating joy. So if what you're doing is not bringing you to that, then skip it. All right. If you want to come to Agni Stambhasana, heel toe the bottom foot over, flex that foot too. Again, that's just to help keep the knees a little safer. So feet are working good. And then you can bring your weight more over your sit bones. You can let your left sit bone get a little heavier. That's the one that's going to want to lift up. And you're going to breathe. And relax your jaw. And soften your eyes. And unclench your teeth. And just breathe where you are. And soften the places that can soften. And even if bliss is not the thing that's being felt in every part of your body, just notice that bliss is still there somewhere. You can still be reaching for it. The minute that you do, you find it. One more breath. Good. Inhale and come on up. Uncross carefully. Good. Let's just do a couple windshield wipers. All right, let's take a twist, stretch your legs out in front of you. If your back feels tight or your legs feel tight, you can always sit up on a blanket for these last seated poses. All right, cross your right leg outside, your right foot outside your left knee, and lace your fingers around and sit up tall. Good. Now, keeping your right hip down, right hip stays down, twist to your right hand behind you. Hug your right knee with your left hand, or you can cross your elbow if you want the deeper twist. You can cross your outer elbow so you're twisting towards your leg. Yeah. Keep both sit bones grounding evenly as you breathe in. Lengthen through your spine, sit a little taller. As you breathe out, twist a little deeper. One more breath in and a little deeper twist. Good. Inhale, release your twist. Okay, now stay with me. Take your left leg across a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. Then you're going to come on the pinky edge of your right foot and flex your foot so you're really on that edge, and try to bring knee over knee. Good. Reach under and take the flesh from under your sitting bones so you're really feeling grounded, and then plant your hands by your hips. Good. Have your left toes pointing straight up. Good. Now, hinge forward from your hips any amount. It's a big hamstring stretch, as I'm sure you are feeling. You can let your head release towards your knee. You can walk your hands out in front of you. You can reach your foot. Of course, you can hold your foot. I like to hold it with so right hand holding the outer edge of the left foot because it's closer. You can have this left hand on your left hand on the floor just for balance. You can always put a strap around your foot. That's fine. Yep. That's it. Let your head soften, your neck soften, your jaw soften. Breathe where you are. All right, inhale, come on up. Okay, uncross. Stretch your right leg out. Step your left foot outside your knee. Lace your fingers together, sit up tall. Yep, twist towards your leg. You got it. Hug your knee. Left hand behind you. No, other way. Dana. Yeah. No, same leg. Just twist the other. There you go. Hug your knee or cross the outer elbow. And just let the breath pulse you into the pose. As you inhale, get long through your spine. As you exhale, rotate, twist a little bit. Inhale and exhale, twist. And one more. Good. Inhale, release your twist. Okay, right leg swings over to the left a little bit. So it's a little more of a cross. And then heel toe till you're on the pinky edge of your foot, or just on the pinky toe even maybe. Keep that foot active. Yeah, you can put the strap around your foot. Reaching under, taking the flesh from your sitting bones does help. Sit up tall. You can also sit on a blanket. Sitting on a blanket helps. All right, then hinge. Come forward. Head towards the knee. If you're holding the strap, hold it with your left hand. If you're holding your foot, you're holding with your left hand. Your right hand is like a little kickstand on the floor. That's it. Soften your face, your jaw, steady your breath. That's it. And just hold and breathe. Let the breath be the only movement in your body. So just a gentle breathing in or out and out, breathing, lengthening, softening you into the pose. Good. Slowly inhale and come on back up. Okay. We're going to sit for a little bit of meditation, just a few minutes of meditation here. So I kept you at the wall so that if you want to sit with your back to the wall, that's fine. If you're more comfortable sitting with the back to the wall, I do recommend sitting up on something, on a blanket or 2 blankets or 7 blankets, whatever you need. There's chairs. You could even get a chair. I'm going to close the door so it's quiet. But you can sit with back to the wall if that will help you to maintain the seat. So meditation is the gateway to these deeper practices. And so much of what we do in yoga is just to get us back here comfortably so that we can meditate. So hopefully a little more comfortable than when we came into the room. You can sit with your heels crossed or with your shins crossed. Either one of these is fine. You can also sit on your feet if that's a more comfortable position. All right, rest your hands onto your thighs. Close your eyes. Keep your spine as upright as you can without overdoing it, right? Don't feel like you're having to over effort and work too hard, but you do want a nice long spine. So the breath moves well, and so that the channels of energy in the Pranamaya-kosha, in the energetic body, stay open. So imagine now your body as a lamp, a light within, and then over that light are draped scarves, 4 scarves. The body is the outermost layer. The light is the dimmest when we are operating at that level. Then we peel off that top scarf and connect to our energy, also part of us, not the whole of ourselves. The light gets a little brighter. And then we lift the scarf of the mind, of our reactions to senses. The light gets brighter. Then we lift the scarf of our wisdom and our beliefs. And the light at the center is revealed. Let your awareness drift fully towards that light, to the place inside yourself that is unchanging, whole, pure, connected to humanity and to the divine. Center all of your awareness in that light and let yourself relax. Let yourself settle into a state of tranquility. Buried deep, even in that state of inner peace, is a sense of purest bliss. Not emotional euphoria, but a space of perfect contentment, perfect attunement, and abiding stillness. This is the Anandamayakosha. This divine consciousness is your true nature. It is the reality of who you really are. If your mind wanders off, just bring it back. Just keep seeking it. Just keep turning towards it. It's always there. You're comfortable where you are and you want to stay in meditation, you can just stay right where you are. If you can feel better stretching out onto your back, you can turn around slowly, make your way onto your back for Shavasana. Wherever you choose to finish your practice, Be there fully. Hold these interpenetrating, interwoven layers of your being in harmony with each other. Just keep seeking that inner light.